Hey guys, it's Tank Oscar Mike. I'm out on the back porch shooting a little video here. I want to talk about what I've done this weekend. This weekend was the 100 watts in a wire fallout. I worked the fallout Friday night. I think I made I want to say 20 contacts Friday night. November 3 Whiskey Sierra. November 3 Whiskey Sierra.
November 3 Whiskey Sierra, is that Tom?
Roger, Roger, Christian. My number is 189. That's a 189. And I got you at about a 5454 in the Pennsylvania.
I got you, I did copy 189. Boy, we've been running together for a long time. That's one of those low numbers this week. Fallout this week on social media.
November 3 Whiskey Sierra.
Alright, and November 3 station, November 3 please.
November 3 Whiskey Sierra. I have you about a 5858 in the Pennsylvania. My ID is 189. 189.
Okay, 189. Okay, and what was that signal report? I'll give you it on the next call. I was not looking at the meter there. Sorry, Tom.
No problem. You're about a 5757 in the Pennsylvania.
Okay, have me 55. So very good. 57 into PA, and yeah, you peaked out about 55 there. So
Okay, what's your number?
I've been spotted. So we'll find business there. Thanks, let's see, Tom, and appreciate the call. November 3 Whiskey Sierra, Whiskey 7 United Italy.
Hey, thanks a lot, Steve. What's your ID number?
104.
Got it. Thank you. 73.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Whiskey 3, November 3 Whiskey Sierra. The fear's already kicking in. Whiskey 7 EDI. 7-3. Bye-bye. Fear for the 100 watts in a wire fallout. This is Whiskey 7 United Italy. Roger, Roger. It is 2629, 2629.
QSL the 2629. I am number 189. That's 189. Hit it. I'm going to try to work this frequency for a while.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the cluster and see if we can draw some attention to you. Good luck to you. And good to talk to you, Tom. 73K5 YV1.
73. Thanks a lot. And then I made more Saturday morning. Saturday morning I called for a half an hour and made more contacts. I think I have a total of like 39 contact points. You need 35 contact points to be entered into the drawing. But I like the event. It's a fun event. I like small contests and small party activities that are easy to do and fun to do and support, small organizations. As you can see, I'm wearing my 100 watts in a wire t-shirt just for that reason. Now, I also this weekend was the PA QSO party. So once noon came around on Saturday, the PA QSO party kicked off and the bands filled up around here. So doing 100 watts in a wire was probably not going to happen. I made a bunch of contacts for the PA QSO party on Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night I made a whole bunch more. I think I have 71 contacts for the QSO party. I think it's at like over 4,000 points with all the counties I worked, being in multipliers, a couple of states. But it's a fun event. It's probably one of the hardest, not hardest. This is the most that I've worked ham radio from my shack in a long time. I was in there a long time making lots of contacts, really putting an effort into it, so it was a lot of fun.
November 3 Whiskey Sierra. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Juliet Alpha Sierra. Your number 430 in Clearfield.
Thank you for 430 in Clearfield. You're my number 42 in Washington.
Roger that. Thank you for number
73, good luck.
It's still going on today. I might get on for a little bit and try to get some more counties that I haven't got to try to get those multipliers just for the heck of it. Just to see if I can reach those counties. I've reached over half of the counties in Pennsylvania. I think there's like 64, 66, something like that, and I think I've got over 40. So it's just kind of neat to get all those counties. But one thing I do want to talk about is for both events, I've been using the TX-500. Actually, I've been using the TX-500 solely. I haven't been using any other radio. I've been using the radio as my primary radio at home and when I go out into the field. And I gotta say, I love operating this radio. I'm not sponsored. I bought this with my own money. I've been waiting for one for a long time, and I really like the radio. I have the KX2, and for a long time, you know, the KX2 has been my primary radio, and I really enjoyed the KX2. I put the side covers on it, got the nice plastic cover on it there, and it's a great radio. Don't get me wrong, it's a great radio, no complaints. But there's something about this radio that really makes it enjoyable to use, and I'm not sure if it's the menu system. The menu system's easy to use, features are easy to use. Sounds like we have a tractor going up the road, which is common here. We have them all the time. So on the KX2, a lot of buttons do multiple features, and you have to kind of remember that stuff. But it's easy to operate. It really is. It's a great radio. There's nothing wrong with it. The TX-500 has the menu system on it, which works really well, but it also has dedicated buttons for the filter, for the mode, the bands, that kind of stuff. Where with the KX2, you hit band, spin the dial, go to the band you want, hit band again to set the band. Some of those things are a little bit easier on this. It's nice to have the SWR reading on this and the SWR graph. That's another bonus. But the radio itself is easy to use. The one thing that you have to get used to is using the speaker mic, but I've gotten used to that, and it doesn't really matter to me. I kind of like it. I can hold it up to my ear if I'm having trouble hearing a faint station, or I can pull it away from my head if I'm hearing if a really loud station comes across. But yeah, this, in my mind, if I could only have one radio, I would honestly, I'd pick this now. And I feel sorry to Elecraft because I do love your product. I think it's a great radio, and I'm not going to get rid of this anytime soon. You know, I don't want to have just one radio. I always want to have a backup. But it's a great radio with the internal battery and everything. I can't knock it. It's a great radio. But there's just something about this one that I really like, and it makes it easy to use. It's not perfect. There are little quirks here and there. I found a bug on the radio. When you have the VFO, when you're switching between VFO and VFO-A and VFO-B, if you have VFO-B set as your primary, and then the other two buttons are to set VFO-B to VFO-A and to set VFO-A to VFO-B, if you press those buttons, it does it backwards. And I actually emailed Lab599 about it, and after a day or two, they emailed me back and confirmed that it is a bug, and they were going to be fixing it in the next firmware. And they thanked me for my very helpful comments, which I thought was kind of nice, you know. But yeah. But other than that, everything else has been working great. The voice memories on it are great. People tell me I have great audio all the time, loud audio, which I never really remember hearing that much with the KX2. But with this one, I hear that all the time. You know, great signal. You know, great audio. I've been using it for digital modes. I don't do FT8 or other digital modes. I use it for FL Digi and WinLink for Aries. But I've been using that. You have to make your own digital cable to connect to whatever digital device you're going into. I'm using it with a Raspberry Pi. I use the cat control cable with N3 FJP to, you know, when I'm using their logging software, so it automatically sets the frequency and mode as I change it, and it's been great. I can't complain. I have not been using a tuner with this, even with my 49:1 NVED, which is tuned on 20 and 40, but on 80 it's a little off, just by the nature of an NVED, if you know what I'm talking about. There are ways to fix that by putting a capacitor in line. Steve Ellington, if you're interested in 49:1 NVEDs, go out and check out Steve Ellington's YouTube page. I'll put a link to his a card up here to his page. But I've done that trick before on my old antenna and it worked great. But I haven't been using it, and I've been using the SWR on 80 meters on my NVED is about 2:1. And I do notice a little bit less output going out, but I made a whole bunch of contacts on 80 meters during the PA QSO party without any trouble at all. So yeah, if it's less than 2:1, I don't have to use a tuner. My antennas are better. Most of them are better than 2:1 all across the board. If it were worse than that, yeah, I might want to consider using a tuner, but I'm going to do my best to use resonant antennas as close as I can. It just so happens my 80 meter isn't quite tuned, just by the nature of a half-wave NVED and the lengths and everything. I haven't done a lot of CW, but I have done a little bit of CW, and the radio has relays in it, and it does click kind of loud when you're doing CW, where this has, trying to remember the term, this is all solid state, so when you're doing CW, you don't hear any noise coming out of the relay out of the radio. But when you do CW on this radio, every time you do a dit or a da, you'll hear a click coming out of the radio. So it's, click, 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 click the whole time you're using it. So I would say if you are a primary CW user, the KX2 is probably your best bet for that. The only real difference as far as frequencies, this does 6 through 160. This does 10 through 80. It does not do 6 or 160. I never used them on this. I don't have a 160 antenna, and I was never really on 6 meters, and I haven't used it on this either, so just saying. But I do like the antenna, and or not the antenna, I do like the radio, and I highly recommend it. If you're looking for a portable radio that's small, that you want to take out into the field and do portable operations, I think this is the radio to get. But no, that's all I have to say as far as the radio. Again, still love the KX2, but there's just something about this, and I really enjoy operating with this radio just a little bit more than I do the KX2. And there's a number of reasons, but there's just something about the layout, the ease of use, the menu system. It is a very simple radio to use, and it's been working great for me, and I can't complain. Well, I think that's all I have. I might try to work the QSO party a little more today. Like I said, I think it goes until 6 o'clock Eastern time today, and get some of those counties that I don't have to rack up those multiplier points just for the heck of it. If I get a chance, or if I see anybody else on calling for the fallout, I might try to reach them too, but we'll see what happens. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Tango Oscar Mike 73. Take care.
Tango Oscar Mike